Hey, 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 beautiful people. I got to get myself set up. Make sure I can see the chat. Okay. Okay, let me do my mic check. 1, 2, 1, 2. Okay. I was got to make sure I can hear myself to make sure that you guys can hear me. Let me write my goal in here today. 3-mile walk, 1 hour. Now I'm pin it at the top. Okay. So happy Friday. I was gonna start with my greeting. The weather. The weather's it kind of like it's a slight overcast. The sun is out, but it's like it's more cloudy. But it's a nice day to get outside, walk, just getting some activity. Today I'm going for 3 miles. So 1 hour is the goal. Uh yeah. So I gotta tell y'all, okay, so today was supposed to be full body cardio day. I know. But it's not full body cardio today. We walking it out. Hey, Art of War. Hey, hey, hey. So instead of doing full body cardio today, I'm actually going to walk. I have to do low impact today. I know, boo. But I have to do low impact. So I was like, we'll just walk. So let me go ahead and get this started. Get my watch going so we get these steps counted. Good morning, fit lady. Good morning. Good morning. Yeah, you're first today. I feel like I need to get back on a routine. Let me get this to 2.5 so I can get going. Okay, so you always know I warm up at 2.5. I'll probably keep it at 2.5 today. But yeah, you're first today. I feel like I need to get myself into a routine because I feel like y'all don't know when I'm going to be on. So this week kind of got thrown off for me. I had a few things going on. Hey, Teresa, good morning. I had a few things going on, so I threw this week off. So I feel like it threw off y'all knowing when I was gonna get on today. So at least try to keep the same time of 11 a.m. my time. Uh, Even though I wasn't able to do the full body cardio today, I was like, we're just gonna get it and walk. So no excuses. That's the thing. Anytime we're not able to do what we want to do, we make an excuse and we just don't do it at all. So I'm trying to be an example, lead from the front. So even though I wanted to do full body cardio today, I got up because I was told I had to do low impact. I had a doctor's appointment, and I was told I need to do low impact. So I already know I tried to argue against that, but I'm gonna finally listen for once. Hey, Zero Baltazar. Oh, she fit. I try to do a little something. That's why we walking it out so I can stay fit because I almost made the excuse to not work out today. How does that equate? Please tell me how those two things equate. um, but yeah, I almost made the excuse not to work out today. And so that was my first point to y'all this good morning, this good Friday is no making excuses. Finish the week strong. I know it's Friday. I know this is the day where you're probably tired and don't feel like doing much. I think I'm losing weight, y'all, because these pants keep coming down. Well, I know you may not feel like doing a lot, but be intentional today and let's go. I'm doing 3 miles today. Yeah, just playing. But got a beautiful style. I don't get what's the word? I don't get offended easily on here. I find a lot of things y'all say funny, so the engagement's always good to me, so it don't bother me. But I appreciate you laughing right back at it. Um, so yeah, that was just my first point. Y'all know I get on here and I talk about health and fitness. So that was my first thing I knew I had to hit is the fact that I'm making no excuses because I almost said it to myself. I'm like, well, if I can't deliver my full body cardio today, why work out at all? And I was like, guess what? You can walk. So I think the main thing was just me being consistent. So if you're dealing with any type of injuries or anything at all, just stay consistent, right? Just get out there and be active. That's why today I'm at least trying to do my hour. It doesn't have to be anything hardcore, but I'm still gonna get my hour in. Y'all already know working out releases endorphins and dopamines, so you'll start feeling better. Um, but what's my next point, y'all? You know I got a whole bunch of points for today. My next thing for today was talking about train with intensity, not volume. That is the number one thing that people do when they go to the gym. Is I think just checking the box and saying I went. Now some days you just gotta do that, right? Some days you just gotta go to the gym just to go, stay consistent. But for majority of your workouts, you want to make sure you're training for intensity and not volume. Because I know a lot of times people go in the gym, they don't really be doing nothing. They be on the phone. It be social hour. So just know if you're gonna take the time to get dressed, go to the gym, at least make it worth it. Be intentional. Stop taking all that rest time. And not just time spent in the gym. So don't just check it off and say, well, I went to the gym today. Be intentional because probably why you're not able to reach your goals as fast as you want to. Because, yeah, you go in there, you playing. That's how I kind of feel walking at 2.5 miles per hour. I feel like I'm playing. But I'm trying to be intentional and listen. Listen. And then I was having problems with the side of my back. So if y'all wondering why I have this on, no, it's not for waist trainer purposes. It's because the left side of my back was hurting. And this kind of helps my posture, my form, kind of keeps everything right and tight. So it's not bothering me too bad. I think maybe I just slept wrong. I think that's all it is. But yeah, the goal for today, 3 miles, 1 hour. I feel like when I walk at this pace, I go about, we're going to just put it up 2.8. I got to have something. I got to have something going. If you all are in Georgia, there's an amazing football game going on this weekend. It's ATL Phoenix versus the Vipers. So we want to see some women play tackle football. I don't play, but a lot of people I know do. So if you're looking for a good football game this weekend, the women are playing. You can go to atlphoenix.com to buy a ticket. So yeah, I just want to throw that out there. I don't know yet if I'm going to be there or not. Haven't figured that out. We'll see. Ooh, I'm at 0.26. That's like if we're doing it track purposes, that's like a lap around the track. I walked. Follow Jesus. Hamstring. What does that mean? Going a little more than 6.5 minutes. But today I'm feeling good, y'all. I feel like I had a good enough break. Y'all know I went from working out Monday through Friday for the hour and a half, and now I'm trying to space it out, make sure I don't overload myself with working out. But I'm feeling good. Let's go to my next point. Oh, so as I was talking about earlier with the gym, when I said people go to the gym, they waste time, it kind of segues to my next point. What you do want to do when you go to the gym is make sure you're doing progress overload. So, once you start giving yourself the power and knowledge you need when it comes to health and fitness, it actually becomes very easy. But when it comes to your fitness journey, You want to make sure you're doing progress overload. And that means, and I talked about this before, but sometimes we use different terminology. People pick up on it a little better. But progress overload means you changing your weight. So you may increase your weight, you increase your reps, you may make what you're doing a little more difficult. You're going a little harder. Might go a little deeper, like in your squat or your lunges. You're just making things look a little more difficult for yourself, and you're intensifying your workout, basically. So the more you intensify, hey, Alex, what's going on? I'm just walking, trying to get these 3 miles in, trying to be consistent. It's Friday. I didn't want to make any excuses. And then also, because I wasn't feeling good, I felt like working out today was going to get some blood flow going, make me feel better. Because I definitely won't just lay in bed because I have not been feeling good. What up, Hot Wing? Yo. I know, I feel like it's been a minute, but I'm here. I'm back. I'm trying to get back on a routine. Next week will probably be my first week back officially, able to keep up with my schedule. I had a couple of appointments this week that kind of took me out of my normal routine. So next week I'm here for sure. I ain't gonna let y'all down. I'm gonna post like I said I was. So make sure y'all join me on Sunday. Sunday, and I'll make sure I repeat this at the end, which I know I'm juicing, and the color we went with was white. So each week we've been trying a different color. You're so funny. Well, by the time I got a marriage proposal, no, I'm just playing. But hey, how are you doing? But this Sunday we are juicing white ingredients. So last week we did green. We went simple. We went green, but I did do the wheatgrass, which is different than the normal like kale and spinach and all that. We did add some wheatgrass, but this Sunday I'm gonna surprise y'all with some white ingredients and make. My boy Arthur Ward said he thinks it's gonna come out looking like apple juice, but I'm determined to make it look like a good white juice. So I'll be at the farmer's market picking out some good ingredients, some good fruits and veggies, and then we'll experiment together. So make sure y'all join me Sunday at 11 so we can see how it turns out. I think I got this. My left leg? What about my left leg? What are you saying? Speak in complete sentences, not fragments, okay? But yeah, so last thing I just left off on outside of my juicing is I'm talking to y'all about progressive overload and just making sure if you want to see results in the gym, you're doing progressive overload. You should not be using the same weight. You should be at like at least 5 pounds more. It doesn't be like a drastic increase. So I'm not saying go from like lifting, squatting like 50 pounds to 100. No, add just 2.5 pounds to the side. You want to make sure you're increasing something. You want to make some type of change. You should not be using the same weight for more than like 2 weeks. At some point, you should be increasing a little bit. Okay, we at half a mile. Workout check. So I'm at half a mile. My calorie count is not going to be that high today. My heart rate's not really going up. I don't even think it's going to get up above 100. So, been going for about 12 minutes though. Hey, we in there. The hard part is getting on, right? So I completed the hard part. The hard part was getting dressed, getting the workout started. So now that's complete. I'm good to go. So just get past the hard part, right? Get dressed, get yourself going to the gym, and the hard part is done. Break it up, right? So the hard part isn't the workout itself. Because I feel like once you get in your groove and you start working out, you know what I'm saying? You start feeling it. But my next point was all or nothing mentality. avoid that. Avoid all or nothing. So a lot of times when we have one bad meal, or we have a bad workout, or we miss a workout, um, we kind of have that mentality of like, well, I might as well try again next week, or you just give up, right? So it's not even about just saying we'll try again next week. Sometimes you just give up. Sometimes you feel disappointed and discouraged. But the main thing I want you to focus on is knowing that one bad meal or one missed workout is not going to change what you have going on towards your goals. Okay. So just like how one workout isn't going to all of a sudden make you look the way you want to look, that one bad workout, that one bad meal isn't going to all of a sudden make you, you know what I'm saying? All your work in progress go down the drain. It's really what you consistently do. It's a build up, right? You're piling it on. So that's why you want to avoid that all or nothing mentality, because it's not that bad. So you want to do the 80% nutrition dense and then 20% flexibility. 80% you want to try to be as consistent with eating healthy foods, hitting your macros, and then give yourself that 20% flexibility. It's almost like what they say when it comes to like finding a partner. Have y'all heard that? The 80-20 rule, where you want to find as much of what you want in your partner, but allow 20%, give them some wiggle room, because a lot of times people will stray for that 20% when you got 80% of what you want in a person. So that same rule basically applies with fitness. You want to give yourself 80%, but you have to do it for yourself. Give yourself 80% flexible, 80% nutrition dense foods, hitting your macros, trying to eat right, and then every now and then it's okay. It's not. The goal isn't to be perfect. You want to give yourself that flexibility. You still want to treat yourself. Salt and sodium still have their benefits to the body. It's just that we don't want to overdo it. So the 80-20 rule applies to a lot of things in life. My mom even used to say track and field is 80% mental, 20% physical. So I feel that 80-20 rule will get you far in life. So yeah, all or nothing mentality. I think I that's what I see the most in people I've trained or talked to. Once you fall off, I think it's just hard to get back on, especially when you feel like you fell off bad. Like maybe you had a bad day, you break up with somebody, from a relationship, and you just want to pig out. I kind of felt like that the other day because I've been trying to not eat a lot of sugar because it inflames. I have stage 4 endometriosis, and anytime I eat a lot of sugar, refined sugar, it inflames my body, right? So I've been doing, and mind you, I have a sweet tooth. I'm a person that always needs something sweet after I ate something, after a meal. Anytime I would go to like a store, I had to grab something sweet. So to be able to stop doing that was very hard. And I'm not going to say I stopped completely. So even the other day, for the past couple of weeks, I slowed down on eating a lot of sugar. And the other day I was like, I think I should, celebrate how much time I haven't been eating sugar. But weirdly enough, when I went to the store, I actually got dressed just to go to the store to get something sweet, right? And then once I got there, because I've already built the habit of not eating a lot of sugar, I had two things that I wanted. It was banana pudding and it was apple pie. And I could have said both, right? I mean, what's holding me back? Both. But I made a decision. I went with the banana pudding, put the apple pie back, and it was like this small individual size. Anytime I buy something, that's nothing I was conscious of, right? What's up, the Cardio King? What's going on? We got to get a workout in. I know I have to come to your gym. You've been trying to get me to come. I got to make it happen. I got to make it happen. Y'all got to check out the Cardio King. Please go to his page. He has an amazing gym that I need to go to. I'm slacking. But thank you for showing love. I'm definitely going to make sure I show love on your different videos and lives. We got to do it. We got to do a video. I got to get a good workout in with you. I'm going to make it happen. I promise. I promise. I promise. I promise. Hold me to it. How do you enjoy life when you don't eat? Go ahead, pull up on me. Reluctant gamer. Who said I didn't eat? How do you enjoy life when you don't eat? I eat. I just eat. Balance. So instead of just eating, when's the last time I had a burger yesterday? It was a turkey burger because I don't eat beef or pork. But I had a burger yesterday and I had pizza a week ago. I like the Domino's garlic parmesan. I don't get tomato base. So that's what I'm trying to tell you. I do the 80-20 rule. So one of my friends tried to out me because she claimed I eat bad. No, I don't. I just balance it out. Yeah, make sure y'all hit the like button. Thank you, Cardio King. But yeah, reluctant gamer. I eat balance though. I know how to balance, make sure I get my macros in. I'm getting my protein, carbs, and healthy fats in on the daily. So I eat junk every day. Can I still be fit as you? Well, so this is the difference. Can you be fit or can you be healthy? That's what you really have to look at. There's some people who do eat junk and their physique looks good, but are they healthy? That's what we have to worry about. What's your dental plan looking like? Eating a lot of sugar. So I don't know. There was a track and field runner who loved to eat candy. They did a documentary and he always liked to eat candy. And the trainer was like, if you want to get better, we're gonna take that candy out. But he was very fit. There's a lot of basketball players in the NBA who I know eat a lot of junk. I think there was an NFL player who talked about his meal plan was not. So you can look fit, especially if you're working out and you're burning more calories than what you're eating. But I don't know how healthy your body's gonna be. So to be honest, I do think with my endometriosis, it kind of helped me eat better because I didn't like feeling inflamed. But you can still be fit. I just don't know how healthy you're gonna be on the inside. I just went and got all my panels done. The last one I gotta get is my kidney and liver done. But everything else came back good to go. So what I'm doing is working. My levels are going up. My iron levels. So I guess anything is possible. So okay, look at you. Did you walk the 7 miles or did you run? Or did you do a mix of both? I feel like right now, whenever I do something like that, I'm walking, running. I give myself maybe like 30 seconds to walk when I feel tired, especially when I'm going up a hill. Yeah, that's what I like to do. I like to run, walk. Especially if I'm running somewhere where it's really hilly. I'm not about to expend all my energy trying to beat this hill. So I'll walk up and then run the rest. So I try not to walk too long. I don't like walking at all, but you got to make it make sense. There's no point in running uphill. But that's good. The fact that how often do you go running? What do you eat today, all day, morning to night? So I juice every Sunday. So normally when I wake up, I juice. I'll drink my juice. So I do 3 16-ounce containers every Sunday. So that's why I was talking earlier about juicing on Sunday because I have it where it sets me up for the whole week. So I wake up, I drink the 8 ounces of my juice. I take my supplements and vitamins, stuff like that. I just have medical stuff. So I take my medicine then. Normally, I don't really eat. If I do eat before this, it'll be spinach and egg. So I do eggs with spinach, turkey bacon, and hash browns. So that'll be like breakfast. And then for the most part, I keep tilapia or salmon. Where can I get vitamins? You can get them from anywhere, really. It depends on which ones you need. Kroger has a good sales section. The main ones I talked about as far as Indian curry. Oh, well, it's homemade. Okay. So I'm about to say it's probably better than if you went out and got it. So that's good. But for the most part, the vitamins you really want to focus on is like a multivitamin. Ashwagandha is a good one. If you have trouble sleeping, that helps, or you can just do melatonin. But for the most part, I think a good multivitamin is important for everybody to have. Hey, how are you? So I've been going for about 24 minutes. We're a little over a mile. I might have to increase my speed a little bit to make sure I meet this hour. So we're going to increase it to 3 miles per hour. My goal for today was to hit my 3-mile mark right around the hour mark where I'm walking about 20 minutes a mile. So I'm going kind of slow today. Slower than I normally. Normally I'm at 3.8 miles per hour by now. But got to keep it low impact today. I'm like the worst. I give advice, but I don't always listen to my own advice because I'm the type of person that likes to do. And so when I'm told to sit down, I'm like, but why? So that's why I'm walking today versus doing my full body cardio. Next week, I'm back at it, you all. So, well, Sunday, I'm juicing. Monday will be arm day. So if you're trying to get these arms right, if you're trying to work these bis and tris and upper back, come work out with me on Monday. Everything's at 11 my time. So 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. So come work out with me on Monday. And then I walk again on Tuesday. Thursday, I post a workout video. So just like a regular edited video with the music and everything for you to jam out to. And then Friday, we got full body cardio. So apartment friendly at that. So you don't have to worry about all that jumping. It don't matter what fitness level you are. I provide modifications. It don't matter if you live above somebody. I got you. So no excuse. That is the name of my game. No excuse. We get it done. That's why I'm trying to finish strong on this Friday. So I'm telling you, I had every excuse in the book. So we're 25 minutes in. But I'm feeling good. I'm proud of myself for getting myself going. I'm telling you, half the battle is getting up. Once you've done that, you're good to go. Another note to help people if you have trouble going to the gym, surround yourself with support. Meaning, surround yourself with people who like going to the gym or really support you with going to the gym. I'm not saying all your friends have to be gym heads, but surrounding yourself with people who either like to eat right or do activities like go hiking, or go to the gym, that really matters. I don't think I realized that. A lot of people I hang out with are pretty active. Hey, Charity, what's going on? Happy Friday. You see how my face just lit up when you came in the chat? It's like anytime I see certain names pop up, I get excited. But yeah, who you surround yourself with, your circle matters. I didn't realize how much it mattered until I told you all before I got this walking pad, I was kind of in a funk. I wasn't really working out a lot. But then if they don't even have to push you to go work out. It can be them just talking about the gym, how they're getting ready to go. You just hear them talk about it enough that it encourages you to get up. Like I told you, my sister, she's big into working out as far as going to the gym. How are you, girl? So good to see you. I'm doing good. I'm trying to get back on my regiment with working out. Today was supposed to be full body cardio, but I was told I need to do low impact today. So I didn't want to make an excuse. I got on the walking pad. I try to stay consistent. But yeah, my older sister as well loves to work out. She'll at least go walking. And she's the reason why I actually even started getting a walking pad, because while she's working, she's always on her walking pad. Um, so when you have people around you that's always encouraging you to go to the gym, or they're just, like I said, talking about the gym and stuff. And I'm not talking about people who aggravate you with it, right? We don't want the people who's always like nagging us to go. I'm just talking about people who are active people who maybe indirectly affect you, right? Just by them talking about what they got going on for the day. It will make you say, you know what, let me get up. Or if they like to go to the farmer's market, let me go with you. But if you had a circle that didn't care about working out, or who always ate bad and always went out to eat, you probably do the same thing, right? So your circle matters. Try to surround yourself with people who are going to keep you encouraged, keep you working out. So I'm telling you, it matters, it matters, it matters. We coming up on the halfway mark. Let's go. I'm at 28 minutes right now. Yeah, my heart rate really isn't getting elevated. So as far as burning a lot of calories, that probably won't happen today. My body's already used to this and adapted. I closed my exercise ring. Let's go. My watch is always so far behind from what the walking pad says, but pretty sure it's a little more accurate because it has my heart rate going. So this past week, I was feeling really, really, really bloated. Have y'all ever really thought to yourself, what is bloat? Am I the only one? Maybe. So I was just feeling really, really bloated. And I was like, what's going on? Like, I mean, I know my medical stuff may cause me to get inflammation and will cause me to feel a little fuller. But I was like, what is bloat? So I really just Googled what is bloat? Like, what is it really? So of course it's fullness, it's tightness in your abdomen, which can be caused by gas, fluid retention, or digestive issues. I agree with my best friend, got me motivated to go to the gym and stay consistent. She even hooked me up with a trainer, and I've been consistent for a year. Look at you, Charity. Yeah, when my twin sister talks about working out, it gets me motivated to go work out because she's very consistent with it. You know, she's a bodybuilder, so she's always going to the gym. I'm more lifestyle fitness, so I don't. It's not like I'm training for anything. So when you don't have a direct goal, that's when it truly has become a lifestyle because it's like, what's the reason? What's my motivation? What's the reason why I want to go work out? What's the reason I'm trying to eat healthy? I mean, I get it to be healthy overall, right? For our cholesterol and things like that. I get the reason. But when you don't have an actual, like, for my birthday, I'm trying to lose weight, I'm trying to look like this, like, if you don't have an actual target goal in front of you, it comes down to, is it a lifestyle? So that's what really motivates me. I think because I've been doing this for so long, it's kind of ingrained in me to work out. So that's why I try to motivate other people to get active. Um, but yeah, I just realized my circle really matters. So I'm always looking for accountability partners. Anybody who wants to go to the gym, I don't mind starting to go to the gym. So let me know. But yeah, what I was saying about the bloat is, yeah, the things were gas, fluid retention, and digestive issues. I think for me, a lot of it is digestive issues. Um, and that can come from low stomach acid. It can come from gut bacteria imbalance. And that's why you hear a lot of people talking about probiotics. Or they try to focus on gut health because that can what make you feel very like full, tight, Um, your body's not breaking down the food, so it's enzyme deficiency. And then, but the way to reduce bloating, let's talk about that. How do we fix it though? Because bloat comes so easily. I feel like after you eat a meal, you feel bloated, but that's also what can cause bloating. If you're overeating, if you're eating too fast. Um, so the ways we can reduce it though, of course, is make sure we stay hydrated. I think I talked about that one of these days because I was talking about how you don't necessarily have to do detoxes and cleanses to get your body where it needs to be. Water is very important. I don't think, I think because water is so easy to come by for us, we take it for granted a little bit and we don't realize how important it is and what it does for our body. Because you got to think everything in your body needs water to operate. So your organs, you know what I'm saying, tissue, everything, joints, everything needs water. So that also helps flushes you out. It helps with your kidneys. Eat slowly. So like I said, when people overeat or they eat fast, you're taking in air. So that's also what can cause you to feel bloated. I know I'm guilty of eating fast sometimes because I feel like sometimes I'm still in basic training. I feel like ever since basic training, I eat like somebody about to steal my food. So, and I've been out a long time, but I still find myself eating fast. So slowing down on how I eat. Once again, adding the probiotics like yogurt, and get moving. That's another reason why I got up because you know when you're not feeling good, sometimes when you feel bloated, it's not just the oh my stomach's tight. It can have you really just not feeling like yourself. All right, and that could be also a backup of toxins, like you need to use the bathroom. Sometimes you got to get yourself moving. Um, and that's why I say walking is always good because you may not want to necessarily go jogging or something that's going to cause a lot of bounce, but you want to get that blood flow going. You want to get a good pace. So a good pace would be about what I'm walking now. This is 3 miles per hour. You might be able to go a little slower, maybe 2.5. But you want to make sure you're getting your heart rate elevated. So my heart rate's starting to go up a little bit, which I like. But that's what you got to do to help that bloat. You got to make sure you're drinking water, probiotics, slow down on eating. And you know, also when you slow down on how fast you eat, it also makes you fuller faster. So that might help if you're trying to lose weight. Slow down on how you eat. Okay, that helps. So I did have Chipotle, y'all, the other day, and I couldn't even finish my food. I was so proud of myself. All I get the veggie bowl. So all I get on mine is I get brown rice. What I get? Brown rice. I get the veggies, all the veggies. Oh, black beans, lettuce. I make them sprinkle very little cheese. Whatever the hot sauce is, I forgot the name of that sauce, whichever one's the hot one. And guacamole. Now that's a good healthy fat. And that's it. So yeah, I don't do that sour cream. I don't add corn. I don't have a lot of cheese put on there. I don't. Yeah, sometimes I don't add a protein. So yeah, my bowl don't really be packed like some of y'all, but I ate slow and I found myself full a lot faster. So I was able to eat my Chipotle 2 days. Had 2 meals. I found the best tea to help with bloating and gas. It works like magic. Really. So what is it that makes it help? I'm interested to know, like, I'm interested to know what what helps with bloating exactly. Because you look at what bloat is, it's like, does it help with like maybe your enzymes in your stomach? Does it help with like what is it exactly? I'm interested in knowing Now that I understand bloating a little better, or is it like a placebo where you drink this tea and it makes you feel like you're better because you drunk the tea? Tell me what it is, though. I want to look it up. I'm just interested because now that I understand what bloat is, I wonder if teas really do work, or is it because you're drinking water? You know, lots. That's what tea is essentially made of, is water. So it's because I'm hydrating myself with essentially what I need. I don't know. I'm gonna look more into it. I don't have all the answers, but I'm always wanting to learn more and more and more. Yeah, the diet is the hardest part. The diet is definitely the hardest part. I mean, I think most of us are emotional eaters, and you got to think food is always included in everything we do. You go to a sporting event, you want to eat. And, if I'm watching TV too long, I need a snack. I just think nutrition is just hard, right? And a lot of times we want food that we have to keep digging into, right? Like chips, popcorn. So I think that's the hardest part, is because a lot of us are emotional eaters. I said that yesterday. Like, it's the chamomile and mint is one of those traditional. Okay. Okay, I'm gonna look it up. I'm gonna look it up. You could be right. Um, and maybe I need to look more into what chamomile and stuff like that does. Because, like I said, I didn't get into doing a lot of vitamins and like supplements until recently. So now my knowledge with that is getting better, but I don't have all the answers. So I'm definitely gonna look into it because I am interested, especially because it's something that we all deal with so often. So it's like, what is the real way to relieve it and not just put a band-aid over it, right? Like, how do we actually fix bloating? I told you all, when it comes to like having headaches and stuff like that, a lot of times when we take medicine, we're just turning off the alarm, right? So it's almost like my house is on fire, the alarm's going off. I just turn the alarm off, but the fire's still going. It's almost like that's what we do. We turn the receptors off in our body, but our body's still experiencing it. We just don't feel it. LJ, you're right. Emotional eating is a comfort thing. Yeah, and I'm definitely guilty of it. I think just because I work out, I'm able to balance the look. So I look fit, I look healthy, but I'm definitely an emotional eater. I think some of the things I choose to eat are probably a lot healthier than what most people choose to go to and eat. Um, for instance, let me give you an example of what I would, if I was emotionally eating, I would get some Twizzlers, right? Or I would get the organic blue chips with guacamole. Right? The average person is probably gonna go to the gas station or go to the grocery store and get a bag of chips. I can't tell you the last time I had a bag of Lay's chips. I mean, not saying I don't like them, but that's not my go-to anymore. I tend to go for, or the other day I wanted ice cream, but I was gonna go for the gluten-free ice cream. I decided not to get it at all because I was like, if I get this apple pie, it needs some ice cream, right? You can't do apple pie without ice cream. But I put both of those back, got the banana pudding, and the banana pudding had whipped cream on it. I took the whipped cream off. So I think my emotional eating is just a little healthier. Or let me see, what else is it that I would eat? Oh, I got like the veggie sticks. I don't say chips, but they come in like a chip bag. That's what I bought. I bought some veggie sticks. Blow special during periods, the TK, and say, yeah, definitely during that time, it's definitely we experience a lot of, but that's just because of hormones. I do understand the change when it comes to that because that's due to hormones. So I'm a little more, because of what I deal with medically. Now my knowledge on hormones, girl, I'm good with that. So yeah, I definitely understand. I definitely get that. So I think if you are a person who likes to use comfort foods, just try to go with comfort foods that are dialed back a little bit. So instead of getting Lay's chips, go for like pretzels, um, more the organic. They do have organic chips, baked chips. There's just other options you can do. If you're looking for something sweet, um, y'all know my go-to is Twizzlers. Of course, you already know dark chocolate. I'm trying to think what else. I always say go for candy that you can suck on. So it's not something you're consistently trying to put in your mouth. So like Jolly Ranchers, even though I know that's high in sugar, like, but you're more than likely to spend more time on that one Jolly Rancher than if you were to eat a bag of something sugary, like cookies or something like that. I didn't know you were still here, Cardio King. Everything you talk about is specs. Yeah, we hitting this nutrition because your girl is a snack queen. I love the snack, snack, snack. So we just have to be more intentional about just watching what snacks we're choosing to eat. But remember, we talked about the 80-20 rule. It's okay to eat what you want to from time to time. Be flexible. Give yourself grace. Be patient with yourself. Because I didn't tell y'all how I also bought me a thing of M&Ms. I left that part out, right? So I also bought me some peanut M&Ms because I wanted to wait to eat my pudding after my dinner. But then I was okay, so what I'm gonna wait while my dinner cooks. So I needed a snack. So guess what? I had some peanut M&Ms. In my mind, the way I said those peanut M&Ms were good was that peanut is a protein. There you go. Remember, look at your macros: protein, healthy fat, and a carb. Give me tips on how to lose fat, please. Charity, you already know. When it comes to losing fat, so let me go into losing fat a little bit. It actually was my next point. One thing you can do: zone 2 cardio. Zone 2 cardio. So even though I talked about how my heart rate is not really getting elevated, I'm technically in zone 2 cardio, right? So it's low to moderate, steady state cardio, which is what I'm doing. So we're gonna go into how to lose weight or lose fat. I got you. So zone 2 cardio. Of course, we already know it improves heart health, but you know one of the biggest things, fat oxidization. So we hit the fat. So basically, what it does is that breaks down stored fat. So naturally, when you want to get up and go, you're pulling from your carb source. But when you're in your zone 2, you can pull from your fat. So normally that's why people do fasted cardio, because you don't really have any carbs on your body, because that's the first energy source your body pulls from is carbs. So that's why people like to do fasted cardio. But we already talked about, in general, you got to be in a calorie deficient. Remember, I did talk about that. In order to lose weight, you got to be in a caloric deficiency. So let's say you weigh, let me go with, I'll just say on average, because everybody going to throw their weight in here. On average for women, let's just say, if you look at our daily caloric intake, it's roughly supposed to be 2,000 calories, right? So if we're trying to lose weight, I told you to lose 1 pound of fat is 3,500 calories. So if we break that up throughout the week, that's 500 calories deficiency I have to be in. So if on average to maintain my weight is 2,000 calories, that means I need to bring that down to 1,500 calories, right? 2,000 to maintain. I'm trying to lose a pound. So that means 500. So I weigh 157 and I'm 5'2". I'm stuck there and I need the scale to move. Give me those tips. So, okay, so yeah, let's stick to what I'm saying then. That works. So for women, so around your weight, it probably is roughly about 2,000 calories to probably keep you at about that weight. give or take, give or take, give or take. Um, so in order for you to lose weight, once again, you have to burn 1 pound. Remember, 3,500 calories. So what's 3,500 calories divided by 7? 500. So if I take my 2,000 calories a day, subtract 500, that gives me 1,500 calories, right? So some people be like, well, what if I want to lose? And that's just if we're doing nutrition only. But then if you're like, wait a minute, I want to lose more than a pound a week, guess what? You got to work out. The thing where people mess up is when they work out, don't use MyFitnessPal. If you use MyFitnessPal, don't use that. MyFitnessPal will give you the calories back. So what you want to do is if you're trying to lose the weight, any calories you lose while working out, don't add those to the calories I can eat now, right? Meaning, let's say I'm at 2,000 calories daily. I'm trying to only do 1,500 calories. I go work out. I burn, let's say, 300 calories. Don't then say, oh, I got an extra 300 calories to eat. No, you don't. Especially if you're trying to lose more than a pound. They say about 2 pounds on average is what's the safe zone, especially for like your size. People who are normally bigger, like I'll say over 200 pounds, can probably lose more than 2 pounds a week, especially if they haven't been working out, because their body it's gonna take a little minute for their body to adapt. But when you've been working out, because it sounds like you've been working out, you said for a year. So now your body has caught up to what you're doing, right? Your body's like, okay, she goes to the gym, she does this, she does that. So now it's caught up to what you're doing. So guess what you got to do now? You got to change it up. Don't let your body know your next move. Okay? When your body doesn't know your next move, that's when you're going to start seeing the results change. So that's what we talked about earlier with the progressive overload. So you didn't change how much you're lifting. If you're doing 30 minutes of cardio, let's try doing 45. If you walk 1 mile, let's try to do 1.5 miles. Basically, yeah. I know it sounds weird, but yeah, you got to confuse your body. You do. You can't let your body know what you're doing, because your body is meant to, I'm not saying losing weight isn't a good thing, right? Because what I'm about to say is your body's trying to protect you. So I'm not trying to say losing weight, but your body is always, it's like a hovering parent, right? It's always trying to cater to what you need. It's like, what do you need? What do you need? I got you. I got you. And it's like, no. Yeah, you got to keep enemies confused. That fat is the enemy, right? So we got to keep it confused. Don't know my next move. But that's why trainers are always preaching progressive overload, because we always get comfortable in what we're doing. A lot of us have a set routine when we go to the gym, right? It's like, okay, I'm gonna go to the gym, I'm gonna get on the treadmill for 10 minutes, and I'm gonna go do this. Like, I'm pretty sure if somebody else went to the gym with you long enough, they'll probably pick up on your routine, right? So if a person can pick up on your routine, your body has already picked up on your routine. If I know you're gonna get on the treadmill for 10 minutes and then you're gonna go do bicep curls using a 10-pound dumbbell, like if I know what you're gonna do, your body has already caught up and it's already adapted and made the arrangements. So now we got to change the weight, we got to change the intensity, we got to change how many sets. We have to make a change somewhere. And I guarantee you, and a lot of times it's the intensity too. We spend a lot of time resting in between sets. We get distracted easy at the gym, so we spend a lot of time talking. We got to keep our bodies going as well. So when you already got that heart rate going, you'll notice that you'll burn faster. So you want to keep your heart rate going. That's why a lot of times when you have a personal trainer, they'll wait till your heart rate reaches a certain point. It's like, okay, let's go. It's like, I got you back to where you give me 100% effort, but now I need you going again. So yeah, you got to trick your body. That's the best way I can explain it. You got to keep it guessing. That's why I didn't want to keep getting on the walking pad. And I only did that for the month of April, because even my heart rate isn't getting that elevated anymore. Like when I first would get on here, I'm like, whew, trying to keep up with it. Now I walk on here like it's nothing. I'm used to it. My heart rate doesn't get very high. This doesn't seem like a task to me anymore. I've adapted to get on the walking pad, but it's still good to do this from time to time. That's why I said I was going to start doing this once or twice a week, because it's always good to get that zone 2 cardio, that steady state, that low impact. So you can't go wrong with doing it. It's just on my walking pad days, I can't expect to get a high calorie burn. Right now, I've been walking for almost an hour. Let's see. And I burned 160 calories. What is that? You know? Size also matters of how your calorie burn, but and how in shape you are. So I have to do something like high intensity for me to really feel that burn, really get my heart rate going, and really start burning some calories. So trick your body, and I swear you will start seeing results. Stop doing the same thing. I'm not saying you can't do the same exercises, right? Because I have my same go-to exercises I do. I love a good bicep curl, a good lateral raise when I do my arms, tricep extension. I have my same core exercises I love to do, especially my core exercises. My core exercises, I'm always going to hit some functional ones, but then I'm also going to do my weighted sit-ups, my Russian twist, my layouts, my reverse crunch. That's my go-to. But what I change is my rep count, my intensity, and how much weight I'm using. And that's what keeps me progressive overload. Well, thank you, Charity. I'm glad you love the breakdown. I look forward to hearing how your changes are being made. So even when you go to the gym, don't head to the treadmill. Psych your mind. Go to the Stairmaster. Go to the elliptical. Just do different things. Get your heart rate elevated, and I'm sure you will see a change. Let's see where I'm at with the workout. Good. Thank you, Charity. You did good. Keep me engaged. And Art of War and the Cardio King. It's a couple of y'all who really kept this going today. This chat kept me going, motivated. I'm at, let's see. Gotta wait for it to come back around. So I'm at 55 minutes. Thank you for that. Now I have something to work with. I haven't been super consistent with my cardio. Everything else, I'm on it, and I see a huge difference. Cardio, here I come. The biggest thing, though, would definitely be your resistance training. Strength training is where it's at. I love cardio down just because it's very simple and easy to do. But we're really talking about the way to really burn some calories, which AKA burn some fat. Because once again, we're not burning fat, we're burning calories, which essentially is burning fat. Okay. So I want to make that clear. It's not really about burning fat, it's about burning the calories. But resistance training is where you're going to burn those calories. If you're looking at like leg day, where you're doing compound movements. So if you're really looking at trying to lose some weight, you got to do the resistance training. Cardio is something I would use as a supplement, meaning like my in-between resistance days. And it's really just to give your, like, shake your muscles out. So like normally I do leg day on Wednesday. Thursday is a good day for me to go walking or do something that's cardio based because it'll loosen my legs. It'll shake that lactic acid out. And maybe that's something I'll talk about is lactic acid. So yeah, normally I do my cardio after resistance training, like as far as like a full day of it. But also after you do your cardio, your resistance training, then you want to do your cardio. I think someone asked me that last week or even earlier this week, and I talked about how if you try to do your cardio before the resistance training, it can fatigue your muscles, and then you're not able to give 100% to your resistance training workout. So resistance, that's the first thing I should have said, Charity. Resistance training. Okay, got you. So resistance training is something that you're able to you do better at. It's the cardio. And cardio could be anything, just like what I'm doing. This is still cardio. Even though I'm not out of breath, it's still cardio. It's just steady state. I am in that fat oxidation, you know. So it breaks down that fat and converts it into energy. So fat oxidation is what zone 2 is good for. So yeah, so cardio, I would definitely say start off with trying to aim for like 20, 30 minutes. Don't try to go full throttle because I think that's where people get discouraged. And then if you're walking on the treadmill, I would say do at an incline. Doesn't have to be at a fast speed, but I would recommend doing that at an incline. Try to think what else. But yeah, resistance training is where it's at. Resistance training is where it's really going to build you to reach your goals. It's going to give you that look you want, because you got to think muscle is what makes you look tight. So that's why I wanted to start incorporating resistance training into my May workouts. I felt like April was nothing but cardio. And then for the month of May, I'm doing resistance training. So that's why Monday is arm day. I want to do leg day, which I'm still going to do. I just don't do it on here. Leg day, I work, y'all. I work. That's why I'm going to post leg day as a workout where it's edited. Because I sweat. Leg day is where I put in work. I don't have time to talk. Doing a lot of compound movements. I already have trouble with my left hip, my left foot. I use a walking pad and it doesn't have incline. Once school closed, I'll be walking outside. You want to know something else you can do? I'm about to slow this down so I can show you. This is also good to do on your walking pad. So even though I'm not able to walk, it doesn't have an incline on it, but I can really work those adductors, which is the inner part of my leg. I can work my quads by getting nice and low in that squat. I'm working calves. I got to do the other side now. Can't have an imbalance. But I used to love doing this on the, but this really works the inner thigh. And of course, if you get in that squat, you're going to hit those quads. You're going to feel it towards the top. You also feel it in your glutes. So that's one thing that I love about hitting that side step is the leg I guess that the leg that's on the back side, you really start to feel it in that glute. You're pushing off. So you can do so much, even though you don't have the incline, because mine doesn't have incline either. That's why I was thinking about getting another walking pad that does have incline. But there's so much you can do with these. You can walk backwards. I also noticed that my body burns a lot faster when I walk backwards because guess what? We're not used to walking backwards. So it takes a lot more for our body to stabilize. So things like that, walking backwards. Yeah, that would work too. The stair, yeah. Stairs for sure. I love a good stairs workout. I used to go to the stadium and do a lot of stairs. But that's definitely good to do. Let's see where I'm at. Okay, I hit my 1 hour, y'all. Let's see where I'm at with distance, though. Okay, I'm at 298, so I'm almost there. Me slowing down probably threw me off when I was doing those side steps. But you guys already know Sunday, I'm juicing. Remember, the color is white. That's our theme. I'm trying to see if I can find a good 5 or 6 ingredients that will still make it taste good. And that's white. Run up and down. Yeah. You can't go wrong with theirs. So, yeah. So join me at 11 for juicing. Monday, we got arms. I got to get these arms. Remember, if you don't use it, you lose it. Well, it shrinks. Your muscle can shrink if you don't use it for a good amount of time. So I feel like my arm's starting to get small. So I got to get back to it. And then Tuesday, I'm on my walking pad. We're gonna talk about I didn't even finish all my topics, y'all. I love it. I love when I don't finish my topics. So I got some great topics for us to hit on Tuesday. I'm gonna drop a lower body workout. I still owe y'all a core one. Whew. I got some catching up to do. And then Friday, full body cardio. I'm getting back on the schedule, y'all. This week I got thrown off, so forgive me. But I'm back at it next week. I'm just trying to listen for once. I told you I can be hard-headed. So I'm just trying to listen, do my low impact. So make sure y'all join me. I had to go ahead and slow it down. Y'all already know, make sure you cool down. A lot of times, depending on how fast you are walking, you want to make sure you slow your walking pad back down. That way you can kind of stabilize yourself, get your heart rate back down. That way when you step off, your body don't feel like it's still moving and wobbly. But yes, I'm at 3. Okay. Did it come back? Yes, it did. Okay. It started circling, so I thought I was losing y'all, but I don't know what was going on. But yeah, I got y'all. I'm back on schedule. I think the only day I won't be posting or doing anything is Wednesday. I'm gonna do my leg day workout on Wednesday, record it, and then post it on Thursday. Okay, so we juice Sunday, arm day Monday, walking pad Tuesday. I work out on my own on Wednesday and then post it for you all Thursday. And then Friday, full body cardio. Okay. So that's my schedule. I'm going to even put a post. I'm going to post it on YouTube so y'all know where I'm at, where I'm going to be. But thank you all for joining me today. I appreciate the push through on this Friday. Be safe this weekend. Have fun, though. Do something fun. And then let's talk about it Sunday. All right. Thank you all for joining me. I'll see you Sunday.